Alright, welcome back. V.O.C. YouTube channel. It's been feels like 12 goddamn years since I've made a video. Look, my life in these past few weeks has been some of the most stressful, hectic, craziest, funnest times of my life. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been all those emotions wrapped up into one big ball, from schoolwork to fucking schoolwork to schoolwork to schoolwork, basically just running me into the fucking ground. Look, journalism's not easy. They don't tell you that when you get into this shit. From going to shooting video to then having to edit the videos, having to worry about the software that you do and you use. It seems like a very easy job from the outside until you understand all the little processes that go into doing the things that it takes to be a journalist, and a really good one at that. So I've been doing that. There was a good 48-hour span where I stayed in the Comm Arts and Science building. They call it the CAS building. I don't call it that. That's where I'm fucking from, is CAS. So when people say CAS, it throws me off. I call it Comm Arts. In the Comm Arts building for a good 48-hour period where I stayed in the Comm Arts building for probably over 30 hours, it felt like. Like, I was in that building so much longer than anywhere else I was. It was hectic. Having to do with St. Patrick's Day as well. It was like some of the wildest shit, having to edit. One night we were there till like 1 a.m. The other night was like 3 a.m. It was the most wildest shit I've ever had to deal with in my life. But we got through it. That's why I've been able to make the videos. Look, I'm back, grinding. So much shit's happened in the NFL. I kind of like the way that it's happened, where I've kind of taken a step back and not fully like made videos after everything's happened, because I can kind of look over and process everything and look at how everything's happened and how it's kind of going to set up everything else. So I like that. Therefore, I'm back to make a video this week. I don't know. I can't definitively come back. I've said like, oh, I'll make a video. I can't definitively say that because I don't know. I'd love to make a video Thursday talking about other sports. I'd love to. There's no guarantee. Depends on what my life turns into. So yeah. And my life's only going to get crazier. April is like the most booked month of my life. It's just, shit's getting wilder and wilder, crazy and crazier. It's the life of a journalist, I guess. This life's not fucking easy. I keep telling you guys this and nobody wants to listen. This life's not easy. It is what it is. So let's jump into it. Go through all this NFL shit that has happened. Pretty much. Let's get it. Jump into it. Like I said, there's so much shit that's happened. I kind of like the way I've been able to kind of sit back and look over it. And I've been able to sit and watch all these hot take motherfuckers on all these networks and TikTokers and all this fucking shit talk about everything that's been going on. And like I said, I can now sit back and go through it, tell you what I honestly think about it, not doing it in a crazy hot take-ish way. Alright, so first trade, I'm going to go through the trades first, then I'll go through the signings, and then I'll talk about Tom Brady. Because clearly Tom being back, biggest thing ever. I'm the biggest fucking Tom Brady fan. You can't see it, but there's Tom post right here, always above my bed, forever will be. I will always have a picture of Tom Brady above my bed. If I get married someday, the wife hates it. Look, fucking comes with the territory of the land, okay? You gotta respect it. It's Tommy motherfucking B, baby. Alright, but we'll talk about that last. So, biggest trades, fucking wild as shit. From the title of this video, what the fuck has the NFL become? The NFL has changed in ways I never thought we'd see it change, because now I feel like, now after the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl, now more teams feel like they have a shot of making it to a Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl. We've never had that before, and now we always hear, well, the NFL is a parity-driven league, and you have a better chance of being really good, really bad one year, and being really good another year, and being bad the next year. But for some reason now it feels like teams are finally truly believing that. So you have a team like the Dolphins. They get Tyreek Hill. Sign Tyreek Hill to a 4-year, $120 million contract, $72.2 million guaranteed. And here's the other thing with these NFL contracts, and they don't really talk about this when they talk about these. They'll go, oh, 120 million, 72 million guaranteed. He gets 120, right? The guaranteed money is what you need to look at. And when you look at these deals, a 5-year deal, usually your money comes in the first 3 years. The last 2 years are void. 4, money comes about the first 3, void year at the end. You know, shorter deals, you know, 3-year deals, bam, you're getting all that money, you know, mostly. So you have to look at these deals a little differently in the fact of you can't just look at the big dollar in the year and be like, holy shit, you know. So you have to really digress that. They don't do that when they talk about this stuff. So the Dolphins get Tyreek Hill. Basically, Tyreek Hill wanted a new contract. Chiefs weren't going to be able to facilitate it, so he wants out. The Chiefs get a 2022 first, second, fourth, and their 2023 fourth and sixth. I like this trade for both sides. I think it was a very even trade. I think it was a trade the Chiefs needed to make because when you pay Patrick Mahomes as much as you have to get rid of some assets. And I think Patrick Mahomes is good enough to overcome losing a guy like Tyreek Hill. It's Tyreek Hill, no doubt about it. But if Patrick Mahomes is as great as we think he is, he can overcome stuff like this. And this is only going to happen, right? Like, it was going to happen one day where Tyreek Hill wasn't going to be there for age, money, you know, so it had to happen. And the Chiefs got a very good haul for it, and in a very wide receiver deep draft, and how we've seen the drafts kind of play out with wide receivers and the talent there, they can add a wide receiver too and some with what they got. So I like it for both sides. Miami, it's an all-in on Tua. We need to see how good you are. Mike McDaniels has done, when he's been at San Francisco, he's done more with less, being Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, I think Tua is maybe a little bit more talented than Jimmy Garoppolo is, just a slight bit, but this is kind of all out. Look, we're giving you the fucking keys to everything in Miami you could possibly think of. Do not fuck this up. We'll figure out how good you are. If you're not, look, we got 2 first-round picks next year. We'll draft some, you know, so they'll figure it out then. I think it's very great for both sides. The next big trade, the Browns get Deshaun Watson and then sign him to a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed deal. The Texans then get a first-rounder in 2022, 3, 4, 24, third-rounder, and 2 fourth-rounders. I think that, look, this is one where I'm really glad it didn't happen right away. Like, where I didn't come on and talk about it right away. Because this is a touchy subject, right? This is where it goes into, this is why a lot of people hate the NFL that are not full sports fans. This is why they hate the NFL. It is such a hypocrisy league that no matter how good you are, you can do whatever the fuck you want in life. And we're seeing that more and more in society with celebrities. And no matter who the fuck you are, once you get to a status, once your talent is great enough and you're at the peak of what you are, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, we're always going to accept you and we're always going to be okay with what you do. That is, you know, and Deshaun Watson's grade A number 1 at that, right? Now, these are he said, she said allegations. He's not going to get charged criminally. But 22 allegations is a lot. And it's not just something that happens every fucking day, right? Like, he went out of his way to contact some of these women. It's like some of it's very eerie, sickening things. And then to then trade for him, I get that, right? Great player. But then to give him the contract that they gave him, it's not the best look. And then if you're the Browns, you come in and you say, well, we did everything. We did all our due diligence. We talked to everybody. And then not to talk to the lawyer of the 22 women. That doesn't look good either. I think what happened with the Browns was they wanted him. They were going to give him all this money because he didn't want to go to Cleveland. And he told Cleveland no the day before. I want to go to the Saints or the Falcons. Cleveland wanted him. And I think basically what happened is Cleveland just kind of closed their eyes and go, you know what? What we don't know, we don't ever want to know. I think that's basically what happened. And so, therefore, they traded for him, gave him a big contract because he didn't want to go there. And basically, it was, we don't want to hear anything about what happened then. Fucking pay the 22 women off, and we'll move on. That's all that Cleveland thought of. and that's where a lot of people have a problem with it. Football-wise, great deal. Optics-wise, bad deal. I wouldn't even want to touch Deshaun Watson with a million fucking foot pole. I think that he can, he can have a great career after this, but this will always be kind of lingering around. And there's still a chance he can get suspended. That's why people are also pissed where his contract for this year is only $1 million and the rest was converted to salary, was a signing bonus because of the fact that, he could get suspended. He most likely will, no matter how many games it is. This is a very touchy subject. Like I said, I'm glad that I didn't come on here and talk about it right away. Boom. And there's a bunch of Browns fans that are not happy about it, but how the NFL works, how our society works, you do great for us, we'll fucking forgive you for everything you've ever done. So football-wise, great deal for the Browns. I think an even better deal for the Texans. You get some relief, you get to kind of start over. But like I said, optics-wise, not the best look. All right, the Browns also did another trade, which I really liked. Amari Cooper for a 5th rounder. Look, to me, if you're the Cowboys, just fucking continue to go all in. Your money's a little strapped. Fucking blow it all up. Go all in. To get rid of Amari Cooper for a 5th rounder, are you serious? You had a great three-headed wide receiver core. Now you're down to 2, and Michael Gallup's coming off torn ACL. Another trade that I really liked, and I thought it made the most sense for the Colts, was the Colts get Matt Ryan for a 3rd rounder. Feels like a steal. Matt Ryan, I think, is 36 or 38. I think he's 36. Quality quarterback still. Where Carson Wentz could lose you a game and not win you one. I don't think Matt Ryan can win you one like Carson Wentz, but I don't think Matt Ryan's going to lose you a game either. So I think you take the risk of potentially losing a game out of the way with Carson Wentz. Like I said, I like the deal a lot. I think it helps. Matt Ryan, when the Falcons were all in on Deshaun Watson and they didn't get him, Matt Ryan's like, look, you don't want me at all? I want to be fucking out of here. I don't blame him. I would have did the same thing. So I like that deal a lot. I like most of these trades. I think for most of these teams, everybody kind of got better. Titans with Robert Woods coming off of the ACL. I like the deal a lot too. It's for the Titans. Like, look, you coming off the ACL. We have now seen what the modern medicine can do with guys coming off there with torn ligaments, injuries like this. You give up a 6th rounder for a guy who's a very quality player. Who, if the Rams don't get Odell and they lose Robert Woods and they just have Cooper Kupp, they don't win the Super Bowl, right? So he's a very good player, and I think the Titans it's a very good player. The Rams didn't need him anymore because they signed Allen Robinson, so it was one of those where, look, he's kind of expensive at $18, $20 million. So if you're the Titans, get another weapon for Ryan Tannehill. A little bit younger than Julio, can do different things than Julio. It speeds up your game a little bit, getting a guy like Robert Woods. This is probably, other than the Tyreek Hill, this is probably the biggest trade. The Raiders get Devontae Adams and sign him to a 5-year, $141.25 million contract, $28.5 million or $28.25 million a year. He wanted to be the highest paid wide receiver. The Packers Willie dicked around with fucking Aaron Rodgers a little too long. And Devontae was like, look, fuck you guys. Like, you want to fucking go all in on this guy. You only care about him. You're signing fucking other guys. Fuck it. I want out of here. Fucking trade me. I want to go play with my college teammate who I'm really good friends with, who I think they pretty much talk like every day from what they have said since the trade happens. And I want to be paid the highest fucking wide receiver. Fucking get it done. And I think that's basically what happened. I think it's the funniest thing ever. I hate the fucking Packers. So I think the way they handled it was idiotic. Look, I'm all for, right, you need your franchise quarterback, you need to care for him. But when you have a guy as good as fucking Devontae Adams, you don't just willy dick around with him. You don't just fucking, say, oh, we're going to sign this guy and then we're going to re-sign this guy as well and then fucking leave him 4th or 5th. Without him on your team, you're not as fucking good. So you would have thought they would have taken some more love and care into fucking getting him re-signed. But I think it's funny as fuck. The Packers got a first and a second rounder this year. I think that's kind of a steal for Davante Adams because, look, he's 29. You get him for like 2-3 more great years. You fucking won the trade, for the short term, right? Now you talk about the long term, they can go out and sign, great wide receivers, but it's like, look, there's great wide receivers in this class, but there's none as good as fucking at the level as Davante Adams, and some of these guys that they're going to draft with these picks may never be that level, right? So I just think it was kind of mishandled on the Packers side, and it's really interesting to see just how the whole offseason worked out for the Packers. Like, you get Aaron Rodgers, you think everything's great, and then you lose Davante Adams, so it's like, fuck, right? I thought it was funny as shit, but I just hate the Packers, so I thought it was hilarious. It weakens them a lot because... And then they lose Valdez-Scantling, so it's like you're going to see how much Davante Adams really did for them as a team come this season. Look, this was a trade. When it happened, I was pissed. I didn't like it, but the more I've sat back, now the month since it's happened or whatever, I like it. I get you had to do the deal. The Chargers get Khalil Mack. The Bears get a second and a sixth rounder. Look, when we got Khalil Mack, it was the greatest fucking thing ever. We got him. I was like, holy shit, this guy's going to fucking change our team. And he did. First fucking game impacted our team. Came out that year, played very, very well. And we made the playoffs. And I was like, holy shit. I thought we could have went to the fucking Super Bowl. We were that good. And he revamped the franchise. And then every year since then, it's slowly not been as great. And that's not all Khalil Mack's fault. The defense got older. The fucking quarterback sucked in bitch trash biscuit. The coaching was fucking horrible. The GM was an idiot. Like, it just, not fully his fault, but he was injured last year. I think he would have had a fucking great year last year. And we could have got fucking 2 first-round picks for him if that would have, if he would have played fully this year. But he's got a lot of money coming up on his deal. He's getting to be about 30. We're regrowing the, next year we're gonna have like over $100 million some dollars in cap. You're building around Justin Fields now, and we're not very good. So it's like, look, fucking get something out of it. Give us another pick for this year. We'll get somebody in the second. So I really like the deal for the Chargers side. I love it. The Chargers have gone all in, as everybody in the AFC West has. So it just makes them better, gives them more. But like I said, at first I was pissed, and then I was like, we're in a rebuild. And then I was like, yeah, we should be. We suck. Let's fucking build around this kid. Give Justin Fields pretty much any option, anything he can to win. Fucking let's go draft 2 wide receivers. Let's draft a wide receiver and offensive lineman with our 2 second-round picks. So I think it's one of those where at the moment you're pissed, but it's a great football move. And then the last big trade I thought was the Bucs get Shaq Mason for a 5th rounder. So the Bucs lose Alex Kappa, and then they get Shaq Mason. I think Shaq Mason's a better player than Alex Kappa, offensive line-wise. Brady's played with him before. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been very, very good for the Patriots. And the Bucs are slowly fucking gaining steam to being probably, you could make an argument, they fucking continue to keep their team together. They're the best team in the NFC. So I thought that trade was really good. It's one of those trades that people are going to look at and go, what the fuck are you talking about it? Look, that's a quality trade that in the long run is going to help out the Bucs more than anybody thinks. All right, now let's run through this fucking biggest signings. There's like 25 million of them, right? So the Bills signed Von Miller to a 6-year, $120 million deal, 51 guaranteed. Look, the Bills are going fucking all in, saying, fuck it, book it, let's try and win it. Von Miller just won another Super Bowl. He's like, fuck it. The Bills have a chance to win one. Let's go fucking do it. The Dolphins, like I said, continue to go all in on Tua. Signing Tron Armstead, 5 years, 75. Boosting the offensive line. Mike McDaniels wants to run the ball, protect the quarterback. That's what they're going to do. And a guy like Tom easily be the longest video I've ever made on this channel. Just because of the fact that I fucking have been backlogged with so much shit. That's the only problem about this. There's so much shit to go through. Like I said, Marcus Williams to the Ravens for 5 years, $70 million, 37 guaranteed. Good young safety. The Ravens, I think the Ravens are one of those fucking teams that are slowly sneaking in the fucking bottom there. And you're not fucking sniffing, you're not talking about them. And they could fucking end up winning the whole AFC North. Like, it's like, dude, Lamar's still on the team. They're getting great pieces. If I were them, I'd go after fucking Tyrann Mathieu and Bobby Wagner as well, who are still free agents, and just say fucking run it back. Stay quiet. Don't do as much as the other teams, and just fucking roll in. The Bengals going all in for Joe Burrow like they should. This is what the Bengals should do. They're proven. This is what we should do. This is how you fucking run a franchise. Linnell Collins, Alex Kappa, Ted Karras. Boom. 3 offensive linemen for Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow did some fucking recruiting for these motherfuckers. So you got to give him credit there. The Steelers signed Bitch Trash Bisky to a 2-year, $14.25. Look, give him a contract. Sometimes for quarterbacks, the best thing that can happen is you just sit the bench. That's what he did last year. I still feel like if Malik Willis drops a little bit to where the Steelers can trade up realistically, I think they're still going to draft a quarterback. But they got a placeholder. And then Myles Jack, 2-year deal. Linebacker got cut by the Jags. I really like that for the Steelers. I think Myles Jack is a very good, young, athletic linebacker that can really help them. Speaking of the Jags took what the Bengals did last year and they fucking said, we're going to try it. So they signed Christian Kirk to a 4-year, $72 million, $37 million guaranteed deal. Wide receiver, they signed Zay Jones. Evan Ingram to a 1-year deal. And Brandon Sheriff, that's a weird fucking name. 3-year, $49.5 million, $30 million guaranteed deal. Best guard on the market. And they have the number 1 pick. So they're fucking looking at it and going, look, we have a generational player in Trevor Lawrence. Doug Peterson's won a Super Bowl before. He fucking knows how to build a team. He goes, these are the things we need. Let's go get them, and let's fucking help our young quarterback. I really like it. People are hating on the Christian Kirk deal, but look, when you're as bad as the Jags are, you have to overpay to get some guys right now until you start winning. You had to do what you had to do. The Titans, this was a quiet one. Austin Hooper to a 1-year deal, tight end. Was very good with the Falcons. Went to the Browns last couple years, not been very good. Boom. I think he can have a very good year with the Titans. The Broncos signed Randy Gregory for 5 years, $70 million, $28 guaranteed. He was with the Cowboys. He re-signed with the Cowboys, and then he's like, no, I'm going to go to the Broncos. Look, the Broncos are one of those teams that went all in, and they said, fuck it, we're going to go all in, and we're going to build, and we're going to grow. The Chiefs signed Juju Smith to a 1-year deal. This was before the whole Tyreek Hill thing happened. Juju's a great talent. Juju gets in way of Juju. So, but I think the deal that I really like, this was, I think, probably a deal that it was not really talked about, but I think we're going to be talking about as the season goes on. But the Chiefs signed Justin Reed to a 3-year, $31.5 million, $20 million guaranteed deal. He's a very young safety, played at the Texans, so he's on a terrible team. He's going to step in for Tyrann Mathieu's spot, and I think he's going to be very, very good for the Chiefs. I think that was one of those deals where the Chiefs go, we're going to prove that we can find some guys and still develop and get young guys and still be good. I really like that deal. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, then they got Chandler Jones, 3-year, $52.5, $34 guaranteed. Very good for the Chargers. Not for the Chargers. He's been very good for the Cardinals. I needed to wet my whistle. I've been talking so much. Cardinals weren't going to pay him. He's a little bit older. Josh McDaniels has had... he knows him well from the Pats. The GM knows him from the Pats. Bring him in. The Chargers signed J.C. Jackson to a 5-year, $82.5 million, $40 million guaranteed deal. Like I said before, these deals, right? You look at 5 years, oh my God, 82.2, this is fucking crazy. Realistically, it's a 3-year deal for $40 million. It's a great fucking deal for a guy like J.C. Jackson, who's been very, very good. I think since he's walked in the league, he's had the most interceptions. This is a deal I don't fucking get at all. I think both sides are dumb for doing this deal. The Vikings signed Zadarius Smith, 3-year, $42 million. He was signed with the Ravens, and I'm like, that's a really good deal for the Ravens and him. Go to the Ravens. And then he backs out of the deal, then go to the Vikings. What? I don't get that. The Vikings, like, you have Kirk Cousins as your quarterback, so therefore you ain't winning shit. You're kind of in the middle, so I just didn't get the deal at all. The Falcons, after trading Matt Ryan, signed Marcus Mariota to a 2-year deal. Look, I thought coming out of fucking college, right? I thought Marcus Mariota was going to be the greatest fucking quarterback of all time. I thought he was going to be that good. He had all the skills. He could throw. He could run. He won the Heisman. I was fucking in love with Marcus Mariota. I'm like, this guy's going to be so good. Hasn't been that. And look, now he gets another, he's sat for the last couple of years. Now he gets a chance to be the quarterback again. Not saying the Falcons aren't going to draft anybody either. But, like I said before, sometimes for quarterbacks, the best thing to happen to you is just fucking sit your ass on the bench. The Saints re-signed Jameis coming off of his ACL for 2 years, $28 million, $15.2 million guaranteed. The Rams signed Allen Robinson, who was with the Bears, had a couple good years. Last year, he did not impress me at all. I don't know what the fuck his problem was. He gets 3-year, $46.5 million, $30.7 guaranteed. He's going to be better with the Rams. He's on a way better team. Way better system, plays for a way better coach, better players around. And then the 49ers get Travarius Ward from the Chiefs for 3 years, $40.5 million. Like I said, I think some of these deals, I think for the most part, I like a lot of these deals. I don't think this offseason was as, like, teams weren't as dumb, I think, than other years. I think that teams are getting smarter in the way that they look at players. And I think there might be more quality players that come into free agency every year. So, for the most part, I liked a lot of these deals. And then the top free agents left, you have Tyrann Mathieu, OBJ, Stephon Gilmore, Dwayne Brown, Bobby Wagner, Clowney, Calais Campbell. Not fucking talking. This guy's an idiot right here. Melvin Ingram, Gronk, Jarvis Landry, Key Mix, Julio's still out there. If I had to guess, like, I feel like Julio to the Colts, Gronk's going back to the Bucks. Like I said before, if I was the Ravens, I'd sign both Tyrann Mathieu, Bobby Wagner. Odell, I think it's just kind of how he heals a little bit. They've been talking about, NFL Insider have been talking about, a lot of these guys might wait until around training camp to sign, so then teams really understand how much they need some of these guys. And if these guys are still valuable to them. All right, moving on to the last piece of business. I know this video's been super long. I'll keep it short and sweet. Tom Brady returns to the Bucs. I was surprised by it. I thought when Tom was done, he was done. That's just what I thought. But I think the more Tom looked at it and goes, I'm still very fucking good. I'm coming off one of my best years ever at 44. I've said I'm going to play to 45. That's only one more year. Still have a chance to be really good next year with the Bucs. He's looking at the NFC. It's weak as fuck. I think he looked at it and said, fuck it. I'll come back one more year. Took a month off. Kind of lived a retirement life. I fucking hated it. The wife is okay with it. The family's okay with it. One more year. Let's fucking get it done and over with. And I don't think Tom wanted to be watching football next year saying, I'm better than that guy and I'm better than that guy. Why the fuck am I not out there? So Tom comes back. The numbers, nobody knows. They resign Leonard Fournette. Godwin resigns. Ryan Jensen resigns, and they resign Carlton Davis. I foresee Gronk coming back. I foresee Gronk, as long as Brady's in the league, Gronk's not going to play for another quarterback. So no, I think this is Tom's last year. Then I think he retires. I think Bruce Arians retires after this year too. And I think they run it back and put as much as they can into it. I'm trying to see, like, phone keeps bleeping the fuck up over here. But no, I think they put as much as they can into it. They look at the NFC in the way it is. And I think right now they can win that motherfucker again. So, all for Tom coming back. I get to watch him one more year. And, look, it's Tom fucking Brady, dude. Be grateful we get to watch him. Don't bitch he's coming back. Oh my God, he retired. Who gives a fuck? He's coming back. We get to watch the greatest of all time play one more fucking football season. So shut the fuck up and watch the football game. Jesus Christ. Like, what more could you have fucking ask for? It's Tom motherfucking Brady playing another season of football at 45 fucking years old. Christ. People are bitching about it. I'm like, shut up. Just be grateful he's back. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Jam-packed. I know it's long. I haven't fucking made one in a while. It is what it is. like I said, for the most part, I think NFL teams did a great job. I think people made moves that made them better, not worse. And we ultimately won't know until we fucking watch it play out. So I don't know. I'm not a fucking expert. I don't make these decisions as much as I wish I could. I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and say stupid shit, because that's how you fucking look like an idiot on the internet in 10 years. I don't play that game. So, alright, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.